with the second fittest woman in the 35 to 39-year-old division, Stacy Tovar, and it's Nikki Brazier down on the competition floor. Your overall standings after 10 tests, Emma Lawson continues to hang on to the overall lead, but Laura Horvath has crept closer after test number 10, and Ariel Lowen is hanging on to that third and final spot on the podium. She has a pretty comfortable lead over Alex Gazan, but earlier, Laura Horvath wins, but Emma Lawson had a very strong performance here.
She knew she had to hang with Laura, and she did what she needed to do to kind of keep some momentum rolling here. But Laura Horvath proved she still loves to move heavy things. She handled that 200-pound sandbag so easy over that final log. But again, Emma did what she needed to do. Damage control is what we call it here, Sean.
Test 11 is the parallel bar pull.
8 rounds for time. Down and back on the P-bar traverse. 30 heavy rope double unders. And 1 section hand over hand sled pull, not light. 290 pounds on that sled.
Recipe for success is delivered by Trifecta. What do you got, Stacey?
Shoulders, biceps, forearms. Oh my! And the long rope is the toughest rope. There's black floor where it meets the white floor. That's going to be the challenging part, and getting it past that, it'll be smooth sailing, but get out of the black as fast as you can.
10 women on the competition floor for this second and final heat. Ariel Lowen is in lane 4. Third place overall right now, 87 points up on Alex Gazan.
23 points out of that podium.
Let's go down to Nikki Brazier with more.
I had a chance to catch up with Ariel Lowen in the warm-up area back, and she said she normally does not pay attention to the leaderboard during competition, but she knows where she's at, and so she's going to give it her all and make a run for the podium. If she ends up keeping that third place spot, she will be the 5th woman ever in CrossFit Games history to stand atop the podium as a mother.
10 seconds.
Emma Lawson and Laura Horvath still battling for the top spot. Lawson has a 23-point lead over Horvath. Horvath was able to shave 25 points off of that deficit in the prior test. We are underway. Time to beat belongs to Danielle Brandon at 8:48.42 seconds. You start with the trip up and down those parallel bars, and now the 30 heavy rope double unders. You've used that rope. What is it like compared to just a normal jump rope that people use in everyday workouts?
Slightly awkward. It's not the rope that's actually heavy, it's the handles. So that's what tacks the grip, and that also is what tacks the shoulders. And then when you have a heavy handle in your hand, the timing and the accuracy of your jump is just that much more specific. And of course, you got the heart rate. It increases the heart rate tremendously. And so you have to just kind of figure out how to breathe through all of that and relax as much as you possibly can.
Alexis Raptis is in the lead along with Laura Horvath and Ariel Lowen. So Emma Lawson is one of the last women done with her first of 8 sled pulls here.
Sean, she struggled on the turn of the traverse. So we'll see as athletes, you know, she may not have the ability here to work on a traverse back at home. And so they're trying to figure it out on the fly. And they've got 8 rounds to do that. She was much faster on this second round than she was the first, so hopefully she can pick up some speed here as we advance throughout this test.
Alexis Raptis is your leader right now in the heat, followed by Ariel Lowen and Laura Horvath. Lowen, Raptis, and Horvath all to their second sled pull. 290 pounds on that sled.
Now remember, Sean, the white part of the floor is much more smooth than the black. So they want to keep the sled moving straight down the floor. They want to avoid hitting the black at all costs.
Laura Horvath is now in the lead. Back to the double unders for 30 more reps. There's 32 scored reps per each round, 256 total.
Laura Horvath in the green, middle of your screen, lane 6. Let's not forget she was a rock climber, Sean. Those forearms know how to handle grippy things. The heavy rope should not be a problem for her. And this hand over hand sled pull, I would say, is definitely one of those things in her wheelhouse. Emma in the white sports bra Middle of your screen there, our leader, red shorts, is in dead last, Sean, in this heat.
She and Gabby McGowan are bringing up the rear here, but Laura Horvath is once again on the warpath here. Think about what she did last year, making the late charge to get herself onto the podium. She is dominating so far here on the final day to try to put herself on top of the podium. Past the 3-minute mark, timing is presented by G-Shock, the official watch of the Noble CrossFit Games. Horvath has just one sled pull remaining to close out her first set of 4. Then she'll run the rope back down the floor and hook up to the second and final sled.
Unbroken set of double unders. You'll see Laura here, green sports bra, sitting down on the floor, middle of the screen, pulling the rope, hand over hand, knees tracking right over the toes as if it's a deadlift, right? You want to push through that platform.
Now Horvath all by herself, working her way down the floor.
She wants that white leader jersey, Sean. I can see the look in her eyes.
She has been on an absolute mission today. Already has a test win under her belt earlier. As now Alex Gazan is going to be the second woman down the floor, followed by Ariel Lowen and Catherine Davidsdottir.
Here's the thing, Alex Gazan, 87 points out, all right? Ariel Lowen coming down the floor in the blue tank top there, dragging her rope. Gymnastics background, so can take the traverse bar maybe a little bit faster than Gazan. But I think Gazan has a little bit more power on the sled, and she's been a little bit more efficient on the double under. We'll see how she does here on the traverse.
Gazan trying to work her way onto the podium, but she's got to put some distance between herself and Ariel Lowen in order to chew into that 87-point deficit. Laura Horvath is back onto the sled as Emma Lawson is now just getting back. Lawson right now is in, I believe, 8th place in this heat. And if that continues, Laura Horvath will be your new overall leader heading into the 12th and final test.
She's just not as fast on that turnaround. She's just, most girls, from what I've been seeing here on the floor, analyzing down at, you know, it's a boom boom. It's one hand goes across and the other one meets it. And she's kind of hanging out on the end of the traverse bar for a second or two. And that's just more time and her tension. Her shoulders are fatigued. Her triceps are smoked. Her forearms are taxed. She's got to pick up the jump rope.
Horvath back to the double unders now.
Emma Lawson moving on, getting through those double unders. Now watch this turn. She meets her other hand. She hangs out for a good 1-2 seconds before she pops the other hand onto the other side of the bar. You have to be a little bit faster than that.
Horvath back to the sled pull. She'll have 2 more pulls after she completes this. Meanwhile, Catherine Davidsdottir, the sled dog, has moved into 2nd place. Davidsdottir coming in 8th place overall. Meanwhile, in the background there in the all green is packed to the rope. And that's like the first rest I think I've seen her take. She is a full round ahead of Emma Lawson. So Laura Horvath looking like she's going to wear the white leader's jersey heading into the 12th and final test.
Laura Horvath there in the green sports bra, middle of your screen. Our leader looks so relaxed. Take a look at her shoulder position compared to Emma Lawson. Emma Lawson, you see with every jump, she's kind of lifting her shoulders tight, trying to get that heavy rope around and down twice underneath her feet. Laura just looked so cool, calm, and collected, breathing with each and every rep. This right here, Sean, is her jam, this hand-over-hand rope pull, being that rock climber. Not a problem for her. And we do know she loves to move heavy objects.
I think back to 2018 when she made her rookie debut in the 2-stroke pull test where she reeled in Catherine Davidsdottir, and that had a sled pull in it. So she's had no problem with that clearly. And now she's back to the parallel bars.
Watch her transition here. Just a quick slide over, slide back. And back down she goes.
Horvath back to the 30 double unders, 256 total score repetitions here. Alex Gazan is now fighting with Catherine Davidsdottir for second place here in this heat. Emma Lawson with that 23-point lead over Horvath. That's going to disappear. Ariel Lowen trying to hold off Alex Gazan and Alexis Raptis for the third and final spot on the podium.
Emma Lawson, you know, this morning, those sandbags might have took a little bit more wind out of her sail than we think, Sean. Test number 10.
Final sled pull here for Laura Horvath, and then one last parallel bar traverse. And Laura Horvath, 2 for 2 on Sunday, and will be number 1 with one test remaining.
Perfectly executed.
Alex Gazan has moved ahead of Ariel Lowen now for second place. And we're starting to get into the point where times from the first heat are going to factor in. Danielle Brandon's time is now the second best at 8:48.42 seconds. 9:18.73 is where Paige Powers sits in third. So Gazan is now done. She's got to hurry if she wants to finish third in this test. And she's going to get inside of Powers' time by about 2 seconds. So 9:16.53. Here's Catherine Davidsdottir as Emma Carey is across. Carey and Davidsdottir helping out Gazan, and now Ariel Lowen is in. Alexis Raptis looking to finish up. And she is done. Now Emma Lawson in the middle of your screen has finished her final sled pull. And Lawson is done.
She needed that. She came in dead last after round 1, Sean.
Annie Thorisdottir, former two-time champion, has competed in 3 different decades at the CrossFit Games, and every time I say that, it just still does not set in the magnitude of that achievement.
Unreal. I remember competing next to her at the ranch in 2009, and I remember every year after that, Sean. But the most impressive thing to me was, now being a mom myself of 2, was she, 8-9 months postpartum, and the epic moment that every CrossFitter, if they were here or watching in 2022, her snatch was the coolest thing to witness that night in the Coliseum here at the Alliant Energy Center in Madison, Wisconsin.
Gabby McGowan is just about done, and you mentioned we've had a lot of iconic moments here. We just saw one with Roman Krennikov, and that Annie Thorisdottir lift will certainly be one that people think about when they think about the time we've spent here at the Alliant Energy Center. Now, Annie Thorisdottir is going to finish up, and that leaves Emma Tall as the only woman left on the floor, and she only has one sled pull remaining. Two of the greats from Iceland right there. 4 total championships between the two of them. And it's Annie Thorisdottir who actually inspired Catherine Davidsdottir to get into CrossFit after Davidsdottir saw what Annie was able to achieve in 2011 and 2012.
That's the spirit of our community, Sean. We rally around each other, like-minded individuals, surrounded by great people who genuinely care.
And you saw that play out earlier if you watched overall with Roman Krennikov. So Emma Tall is now done. And she's got to get across those parallel bars and over the finish. And Emma Tall is in. Laura Horvath picks up her second test win of the day. She'll earn 100 points. Emma Lawson finished in 10th place.
But Sean, it was all Laura. It was all Laura Horvath there. Middle of your screen, green sports bra, green shorts. This sled was no problem. When you see any sort of heavy load, odd object, it's all Laura. Traverse par, no issue at all.